talking about a topic that's gonna slow you down or stop you on your journey to success. And this is a massive thing, something called self-sabotage. Now, how many times in life have you heard you are your own worst enemy? I'm here to tell you it's very true. We're in this world where things look amazing and we kind of beat ourselves up because we're not living the lives that we want to. We blame circumstances, we blame people, we blame all of these things on why we are not succeeding. In this video, I'm going to be showing you 3 tools that's going to help you know if you're sabotaging yourself and hopefully prevent you from self-sabotaging yourself in the future. We are enemies within our own heads. When something goes bad in the day, then something else goes bad, and something else goes bad, and you end up going in these long streaks of badness and tough times, and it ends up exaggerating and put you in this place of fighting with yourself. And to be honest, you start disconnecting your actual self. And what it actually results in is you self-destructing. What's important about that, you are the one self-sabotaging and actually continuing these streaks, and you don't even know it. So what is self-sabotage? Self-sabotage is when you're unintentionally doing something that is stopping you from success or continuing your bad streaks. And to be honest, there's many times you dig in yourself in a hole that's really hard to get out of. And by learning the power of self-sabotage, you're going to be able to prevent it earlier, but you're also going to understand that you can use this to your advantage. You can actually understand that you are the cause behind the problem. You will get over it a lot quicker, and you'll actually understand that you are also the cause and the reason of bouncing and using it as a tool to relaunch yourself to the next major area. Now, I want to speak to you guys about how self-sabotage is very relevant to me, because there's many times in my life that I didn't believe in myself. And there's many times in my life that I thought I was the problem. And I thought that life was designed to stop me from my journey, because every time I got somewhere, I got beaten down and I got taken back down. And I'm like, I got promised this beautiful life. When I came out of school, I'm supposed to live this beautiful dream and make lots of money and all these successes. And I started that journey. And you know what? I started making a little bit of money, but I was unhappy. I had terrible people around me. I had bad habits. I wasn't looking after myself. Like, why am I promised these things and it's not happening? That's because I never knew that I was the cause of a lot of these reasons. Now, I want to explain to you guys something, and I want to give you an example in my life, and it's quite personal because this is my finances. I want to chart for you guys my finances, and I want to show you exactly how I sabotage myself till the day I didn't. To the day I mastered the tool and understood that I was in control of it. I want to take you back 7 to 8 years ago when I started my journey of making money and started working. And this is when I left school. And I started a little sandblasting business where I'd get these items, sandblast them, repaint them, and basically send it back to the customer. And I was the middleman. I would find someone who sandblasted, find someone who painted it, told the client that I would do it, okay? But actually use 2 people, the middleman, and I'd make some money in between that. And it ended up going pretty good. Now, in that time when it went pretty good, again, I was in that mindset that life's amazing. I'm the king of the world. So it was going good. I started drinking. I started getting a lot of friends. I started really terrible habits. I even stopped growing myself. I stopped learning things. I just thought I have this and it's easy. And what it ended up resulting in was a couple of weeks later of succeeding in the space, I started to become extremely unhappy. I started to not want to wake up in the morning, sleeping in. And what that started to do was it started to destroy my performance. And I ended up losing the entire contract. Then when I lost the entire contract, I went down a big spiral where continue drinking, continue going out, didn't look for more work. Okay, and at that time, I just went to a place where I was staying in a little room and I had nothing. And now I'm sitting feeling like a failure that I'm not getting anywhere. Then what happens is I get up that one morning and I say, you know what? I'm gonna hit the gym. I'm getting up again. So I get up. Guess what? I start another business, carpentry business. Start working in a factory, start getting a couple of guys, and I start doing a couple contracts. And I start succeeding. I get myself a nice little vehicle, I get myself a bit of staff, and I start doing good. What happens again? The friends, the drinking, everything, the exact same thing that I did the first time, I start doing this again, and then I wake up the one morning. Is it my career? What's happening? Why am I not feeling fulfilled? What is going on? Guess what? Stop getting up in the morning, start ruining it, and I end up losing the entire contract and I end up losing the entire job. Go down the same spiral again. Okay, now I blink and I look and it's 3 years later, 4 years later, and I'm nothing again. I'm a dropout of college twice. I can't get a job in the country. Then I get invited to a little conference and my friend says, come look at this crypto coin. I say, okay, amazing, I'm gonna come look at this crypto coin. What is crypto? Okay, and I jump in there and they say it's this coin backed by gold, okay? And if you sell this to other people, you'll make some money. Cool, so I tell a friend buys some, make a little bit of money, start selling, then I tell them to buy, and it's a not the Ponzi scheme, but it's these things where it basically continues on. Yet I started making a little bit of money. So I said, okay, amazing, I started making some money again. And at the point, I was probably making around $2,000 to $3,000 a month. In the matter of a month or two of finally getting back up again. Again, I'm the king of the world, I'm King Kong. It's fantastic. And the same thing happened again. I sabotaged myself again, drinking, Same thing all happened again. And I ended up waking up the one morning and they froze the exchange. And they basically stole all the money. Now in that time, what you guys don't realize as well was I sold my vehicle, I sold my tools, I sold everything to invest in this coin because I had the belief that this thing was gonna not only financially free myself, my family too. Now my dad never had money, my mom never had money too. This was a big break point for me that I could change their lives. So I fell in love with it. But again, I was not focusing on the right things and I ended up losing it all. And that was the lowest point in my life because I basically got down to zero again. Another year or two wasted. I'm at the bottom now. Everything I've just built has gone to crap, gone to shit. Okay, and I'm sitting here lost again. And at that same time, I lose my father from suicide. Hardest point of my life, right? A point of not understanding that I was fighting so hard for their freedom. I didn't even see him much at that time, and I ended up losing the most valuable asset to me in my life. And that was the point again where I'm like, I'm the next person in charge of the family. I need to make a difference. Let me get up again. So in life, we're actually pretty good. Me and you, we're pretty good at getting up, okay? But we're pretty good at stopping ourselves too. And this time, I sat there and I was like, I'm gonna start trading. I'm gonna start something different again. So I start trading. And guess what? I start to succeed a bit. Then what I started to notice was, again, here comes the friends, here comes the flies, here comes the bees. And I felt this and I'm like, I've been here before. What happened this time? I'm jumping in the car, I'm leaving. I'm leaving the city. And I left. And for the first time, I did something different. What this resulted in, traveling the country firstly, meeting a whole bunch of different people. I went to jazz bars. I went to art museums. I did so many things that I never thought in my entire life that I'll be doing. And it ended up me meeting the right guy, starting a YouTube channel blowing up, starting a school, having the biggest TA and crypto school in the world as it stands right now, then starting a personal channel, then starting a production house, and it started this entire journey when I finally realized it. So I want to paint this chart for you quickly. If you look at my chart, I started over here. Then I went up and I made success and I sabotaged myself at a certain area. I came back down to the same level. I bounced. I went back up. I hit the same level. I came back down 3 times in a row. Then the fourth time, the fourth bounce, I bounced up and I did something different. And I broke out. And I went to a place of finances that I've never ever seen before. Then what happened was my first year of success, being a YouTuber, doing these things was amazing. Then I got to a point where fake friends started coming again. Drinking started coming again. Let's party it up. You're a famous person now. That's cool. The only difference now is instead of partying in the pub in my little local town, now I'm in a penthouse in a beautiful city, lots of stars, everything's fantastic. Then I started to see how everything started to come in again. And what you don't understand when it comes to these things is people think success, the more money you make, the easier it gets. No, the more you actually have to lose. Because when I saw that I made that money and the same things were coming in, I was at the point of sabotaging myself and going all the way back down unless I did something different. So in that year, I was crying out for help. I was making the money, but I was so unhappy. So I started something as the personal channel. I started something, the chosen ones. I started these things to seek for that happiness because I knew that if I have bad people around me and I have the drinking problem and I do these things, I know where I'm going back down. So what I ended up doing was starting these channels and I started bringing my family over. I then have my wife, the love of my life. We started to get back together. She fell pregnant. Then I brought my brother. Then I brought my mom. Then I brought everyone around. And I ended up breaking out that chart and going for another powerful leg to the upside. Then I went sideways again at a certain point. And you want to know why I'm making this video right now? Because I'm at this point right now. I'm at the point where I usually sabotage myself in my life. I can feel it right now. I want to go and just relax now. I want to go and just, let's just have fun. Let's just travel the world, let's go drink, let's go have a good time with the friends. I want to do that right now. That's why I decided to pick up this camera and I wanted to say, you know what, Sheldon, this is the area in your life where you sabotage yourself. It's time to find that purpose again and make that happiness of you, and it's time to break out to the next level. So the whole power of this, I managed to look back at things and notice where I was the one destroying my own success every time. I could then use that in the future and see myself on the chart where I'm at now and know when I'm at my most vulnerable, where I tend to actually destroy myself, and I could actually use it to my advantage to bounce out. I could use it to my advantage to get to the next leg. Because you know what? I'm about to break out, but in a couple months from now, probably gonna go sideways again. Probably get to a point of self-sabotaging myself again. I learned the tool that I'm in control. I cannot control the world. I cannot control what happens around me. I cannot control people dying or anything around me. However, I can control the way I react to it and the way that I can use this as my tool of breaking out. Now I'm gonna teach you guys how to do it. I'm gonna show you that you can chart any single aspect in your life. And in those charts, it's gonna show you your strengths and weaknesses. It's gonna show you where you're brilliant. And it's gonna show you where you also self-sabotage yourself. And if you can use this information to pick up what your traits are, what your problems are, you are going to be able to use this negative and you're going to turn it into a positive and understand that when you're about to break out is the hardest point. It's trying to turn you back down. But what you don't understand is if you keep fighting through that hard point, you break through. And when you break through, you fly, baby. It's called a short squeeze in crypto. You absolutely shoot to the next level. Let's speak about these tools. The first thing you got to do is you got to take any aspect in your life, may it be happiness, may it be finances, whatever you think your problem is. I want you to take it and I want you to go chart out the last couple of years. I want you to literally sit here right now and say, this is my finances. I made this much in this year, and then this year, and I want you to go chart it out. Automatically, you're gonna go see that there's repetition. Every time I get there, I keep dropping. Every time I get there, I keep falling, like I keep bouncing, okay? And then I broke out there. And what you're able to do is you're able to go see what you were doing or where you were in your life when you were making that specific problem. And when you broke out, what happened that time? What happened specifically different? Some people's charts, unfortunately, look like this their entire life. For 40 years, same thing. And the problem is, because we're in a system that's designed to make you fail, you're actually going like this. You're actually going in a slight downtrend. And that's why you get to a point of retirement and you can barely retire. The system is designed to actually do that. So the first one is to take up a piece of paper in any aspect in your life and to actually go chart it. The second one now is to understand the patterns and your control. This is the big one. Now we jump onto the second tool. Now that you've actually charted something, now you need to start to understand the basics of charting. And I want to teach you guys patterns. So the way it works with this is you've got two different types of patterns. The one is called continuation patterns, and the other one is called reversal patterns. You're going to be able to use this on your journey, or when you need to reverse, or when you need to continue. So if you hear my story, what was the problem? The problem was I was getting to a certain point and I was reversing. And then I was getting to a certain point to the downside and I was reversing. So I was very good at reversal patterns. I was terrible at continuation patterns. What is continuation patterns? If you look at when I finally broke out and I finally made the money, I got to a point of going sideways. I had a choice then. Reversal, like I normally know, back to my standard, or a continuation pattern. Something to understand that in life, you're gonna have good streaks and you're gonna have bad streaks. And you have good streaks and bad streaks. However, you're in control of how big your good steps are and how long your bad steps are. And if you have a chart where it goes like this, if you zoom out, you are doing this. That's your whole line of success. You don't even know it. It's about understanding how long I'm gonna go downward and when I'm gonna actually break out. So the big thing for me was when I finally figured out the big breakout, I also understood that I'm at a point where I'm very good at reversing, where I then did what? I bought the family, I just did things completely different. Therefore, I broke out again. And for the first time in my life, I continued. Woo! I finally finished something. I finally got to a point of getting somewhere and actually continuing it. And right now, I'm about to do the same thing. Here is a few examples of what continuation patterns look like. It's when you enter in a certain direction, you go sideways or slightly down or in a triangle for a certain period, and then you exit the same way that you came in, which basically means you're going to do well in one aspect in your life, you're going to calm down for a little bit, and you're going to exit in the same direction you came through. Now, the problem is, it works the other way around too. If you just went through a bad couple of days, you know when you go through a bad couple of days, and then you say, you know what, I'm going to stay at home now. I'm going to take a breather. You go sideways. Then the next Monday, you get up again, and you self-sabotage yourself again. You actually exit on the way down again, because you're actually in a continuation pattern and not a reversal. So by you knowing that, you know you're at a vulnerable stage right now where you have a choice. You're either going to continue your bad streak, you're either going to keep blaming people, you're either going to keep blaming the world, or you can form one of these patterns. Now these patterns are called reversal patterns. This is when you've either had a strong upward streak or a strong downward streak, you go sideways and you reverse the other way down. And what they say is, as fast as you went up is as fast as you will come down. As fast as you have come down is as fast as you will go up. So a lot of people think that I'm in a devastating time, I've just went through a lot of bad things. What you don't understand is if you go sideways and you exit correctly and you learn from that, you will be back up so fast. And I realized that. I built 3 businesses, guys. It didn't work. It was a couple of years. However, I built 3 businesses. I got it right 3 times. So as quick as you can lose it is as quick as you can gain it. So by you understanding when you're sideways in your life, who right now behind the camera feels sideways in some aspect in their life? Who? Anyone in this room? Put your hand up. Who feels that they're sideways somewhere in their life where they're just like, I don't know where it's going, I feel stuck, I feel that sort of point. You need to go chart that out right now, and you need to go see where you've come before that and the choice of continuing it or actually breaking out. So I want you to use these tools and understand what pattern are you in right now. Then the step number 3 is called the upgrade period. The upgrade period is what's going to help you continue, or it's going to help you reverse. When you're going sideways, does not mean sit on your ass and do nothing. It means you need to upgrade. It means you need to learn something you never knew before, so that when you're ready to break out or reverse, you're actually going to be able to do it. Now, if you're going to repeat the same thing in your life, nothing is going to change. But if you're going to change one small thing in your day, in your week, your result's going to be different. For example, if you work a normal 9-to-5 life, you do the same thing every day, same thing on the weekends, you're probably going to have the same results, right? The same things are going to happen over time. But if you change one thing for the day, you actually decide to get out or do something different, I guarantee you that week, if you zoom out, something different happened. You changed the result. You were in power of actually doing that. Now, by doing that, it means you upgraded. You did something different. So if you can go look at your chart right now and so go see my money chart, and your money chart's either tanking or it's going up or it's at the point of sidewaysness, you need to now understand that, hey, pick up a money book or go read a book or go watch a podcast or do something that's going to better your money knowledge so that you break out. Because if you don't, you're going to go straight back to it. Why? Because you're doing the exact same thing. How can we expect, what did Einstein say? How can you do the same thing all the time, expect a different result? Exactly that. You are in control of that. So I want you to look at any aspect in your life that you are sidewaysness. You know what's beautiful as well? Go chart a couple. I want you to go chart your happiness right now. Just go chart it. Go pop it in. Where am I with my happiness? Where am I with my money? Where am I with my freedom? Where am I with my health? Where am I with my gym? Where am I? Okay, and in that time, it's going to be telling you when you need to upgrade or put effort within something so that you can be the one that controls your next move. By understanding that you are in control of your life and your charts is the damn game changer. And you want to see why? Watch my life. Watch how I'm stepping up, doing something so uncomfortable for me by sharing my heart every day, sharing my passion, my stories with you, because I choose to break out. I want you guys to take these tools and go use them in your life. I want you to come then back to the video. I want you to comment them below. And if this helps you, let's help the world. Share this to anyone that needs help. So guys, I've now given you 3 big tools that you can start right now. And I want you to go chart these. I want you to understand that these are patterns. I want you to understand that you are in control of those patterns. I know life's hard. I know things are crazy out there and sometimes we get within our own heads. I just want to remind you and just be that little light in your life today to say you are the one in charge. It's your life to live. There's a certain amount of time we have left on this planet, and I want you to live it to the fullest. I want you to know that life is actually beautiful, and I got your back. And as you can see, there's passion behind me, but I'm also very happy. I'm happy because I know many of you guys are going to start your new journey to happiness and success, and I just want you to know that you got it. So I love you guys lots, and I'll see you all in the next video.